What's going on, guys? It's Ross here on MGF Customs with a quick new update toward the upcoming series of custom LEGO minifigure showcases that I'm working on for Spider-Man No Way Home, and I just got in the amazing kit to make the classic Green Goblin by Shamrock Minifigures. I'll of course drop a link to his store down in the description below, but this kit that I'm using to make the Green Goblin, once I finish making the main 3 web slingers, gotta do all 3 Peters first before I continue on with the Green Goblin here, but this kit came in early and I really wanted to show it to you guys, and it's honestly just like a work of art. I was so blown away by just the overall quality of every bit of this kit, every piece, every 3D printed piece, every Lego piece with 3D printed elements integrated on, or however he did it. And you can see with the Green Goblin's helmet, it is actually really cool. And I do think the menacing look that it achieves is really awesome. And it's not really quite right or quite accurate to the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin helmet, but that's okay because it's still really terrifying looking. And I'm looking forward to still painting this up anyway, just out of respect for the work Shamrock put into these. But while I'm still painting this one up, I'll be personally swapping mine out with one of Nate's minifigs versions, which I do think is just a little bit more accurate to the Willem Dafoe classic Green Goblin helmet. And again, that's okay because I really do like both. Now, I did a lot of preparation work already, sanding a lot of the joints down and grinding different areas where all of these pieces connect, because Shamrock does use a pretty heavy kind of thick smoothing gray primer, which is totally okay because it achieves a really great smooth look and it really kind of smooths over all of the rough edges that any of the 3D printed bits leave behind, and that is especially so on the torso, and the armor just looks incredible. And the same can be said for the arms, and there definitely appears to be some Lego plastic going on in there and on the arms, and the actual minifigure hands do connect into the arms, so I'm pretty sure that that is an official Lego torso and pair of arms that he's using, and just somehow bonded these pieces to the official Lego minifigure parts, which is even more impressive because it all looks so seamless. And I do also think the standard legs are official Lego minifigure legs that once again he bonded the leg armor onto before coating it with the smooth gray primer. So just again, really cool overall look with that primer. And what really surprised me beyond the armor with this whole kit definitely has to be the ingenuity for attaching some of these accessories, because the pedals, or I guess the foot stands that the Green Goblin is attached to, actually have what appear to be like little bits of staples or pins pre-installed into the bottoms of each, and I think that is wild. I don't know how he did that so seamlessly, and I say seamlessly because he also has slots integrated into the glider that the foot stands perfectly connect into, and that is a tedious mod that is not lost on me. And now that we're talking about the glider, guys, this is just one of the coolest 3D printed pieces I have ever had the opportunity of having in my collection. I am so excited to paint this. I mean, just looking at it and all the detail that it has on top, I mean, it's gonna take some time to paint this thing, but man, the detail is just so impressive, and especially on the bottom. And what's also really cool about this glider is there are slots in the back of each of the engine tubes, and then there are these sharp pins once again inserted into the stand, which I'll get to in just a second, and the glider actually perfectly slots onto both of those pins, and that again is not an easy thing to do and is very impressive. The stand itself, as you've probably already noticed at this point, is basically a smoke stand. It's just so freaking cool. It's smoke coming out of this chimney base, and the chimney is actually integrated into the middle of the smoke as part of the design. And you can even see some brick engraving at the base of this stand, and you'll notice that there are a couple other little slots here. This was really surprising to me because, and I haven't even gotten to the accessories yet, but the first pair of accessories I want to show you here is what I originally thought was a pair of grappling hooks, but then after receiving this kit in hand and then taking a look at Shamrock's site, once again, these are birds. Yo, that's a bird. Like attached via basic little bendy Christmas wire, and then you essentially are supposed to cut these off at a certain point and then insert them into the base of the chimney in this stand. And that is so freaking cool. So the idea is once you have this painted, you essentially have a miniaturized statue of the Green Goblin, or like Hot Toys figure that you would get off of Sideshow Collectibles, right? It's just that cool. It's what you would essentially call a diorama display base. Also included with Shamrock's kit, we have an alternate pair of 3D printed legs in the sort of flight stance on top of the glider, and then he has a separate pair of foot stands for these specific legs. And so because the legs are posed outward, there's room for these additional little thrusters in between each of these pedals, and these are also accounted for with the glider because in addition to the other tiny little slots for the first foot stand I already showed you, the standard ones, you might have already noticed there are also tiny little slots pre-engraved for these specific foot stands positions as well. And there's even a classic 2002 Norman Osborn head included with the kit, and you have this really fantastic 3D printed hairpiece that perfectly matches his hairstyle from that film. And finally, we have the pumpkin bombs, which are just perfect, and the minifigure can grip them perfectly thanks to a little minifigure compatible post that is perfectly positioned and designed inside the bottom of each of these pumpkin bombs, and the detail around them is just excellent, man. I just really appreciate the work that clearly goes into each of these kits. This is a lot more than just 3D printing his designs. There is a good bit of manual precision work that goes into the prep for getting these kits ready for customizers, and I am so excited to paint this up for my first villains showcase of the Spider-Man No Way Home project. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that quick look at the unpainted Green Goblin kit from Shamrock Minifigures. Once again, huge thanks to him for even making it in the first place, and so link to his store will of course be down in the description below. And I just could not hold back on showing this to you guys ahead of time because it is going to be a minute before I get to properly paint it up myself, because I am working on the 3 Spider-Men first, and I have been actively working on the integrated suit and Andrew Garfield's suit from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 even before Spider-Man No Way Home ever came out. And so of course everybody over on Patreon has already been seeing them for a while now, but I did just finish the unmasked Andrew Garfield head, which I'm actually really proud of, and I feel like it just looks exactly like him, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I'm so excited to make more progress on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit right now because I am painting up the arms, and as I've started to kind of stick them on the body finally, it's just looking so cool and so perfect. I'm so excited to get him preview ready, but there will be a new progress post on him over on Patreon pretty soon here. And then of course the digital Photoshop teaser edits will be hitting the Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and all of that stuff happening in all those places well before it reaches the main channel here. And I'm still doing the vlogs and the Boba Fett reactions over on my second channel, MGF Extra, if you guys want to catch me over there as well. Now, one big lingering question I'm sure some of you guys still have, especially if you didn't catch the previous video, is am I just doing the 2002 classic Green Goblin kit here? And I mean, the answer right now is yes, because I have wanted to make a classic Willem Dafoe Green Goblin for years now, and both Spider-Man No Way Home and Shamrock Minifigures have presented me with the perfect opportunity here, and I'm not letting it pass me by. And I also really don't want to make 2 of the same character either, so this is gonna be my Green Goblin, which is still, I want to remind you, a little ways off because I have to finish the main 3 Spider-Men first. And one last thing, speaking of the integrated suit, got the pincers in, along with the really cool spell box and even the Mystic gauntlets for the inside out suit that I'm not even making as a full custom, but I'm really hyped about these anyway. And these came in from Tuminio, so very excited about these. And this isn't even all of it. He sent some other really cool things in the package too, which I'm really excited to talk about, but not ready to show quite yet. So with all of that, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one, and stay safe out there, and as always, keep creating. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.